the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. This chapter recounts the meeting of Aniruddha and Usha, and also Aniruddha's battle with Banasura. Of the sons of King Bali, the eldest was Banasura. He was a great devotee of Lord Shiva who favored Bana so much that even demigods like Indra would serve him. Banasura once satisfied Shiva by playing musical instruments with his 1,000 hands, while Shiva danced with his Tandava Nritya. In response, Shiva offered Bana whatever benediction he chose, and Bana asked Shiva to become the guardian of his city. One day, when Bana was feeling an urge to do battle, he told Lord Shiva, quote, "Except for you, in the whole world, there is no warrior strong enough to fight me. Therefore, these 1,000 arms you've given me are merely a heavy burden." Unquote. Angered by these words, Lord Shiva replied, quote, "Your pride will be crushed in battle when you meet my equal. Indeed, your chariot flag will fall to the ground broken." Unquote. Banasura's daughter, Usha, once had an encounter with a lover in her sleep. Several nights in a row, this occurred, until one night she failed to see him in her dreams. She suddenly awoke, speaking aloud to him in a state of agitation. But when she noticed her maidservants around her, she felt embarrassed. Usha's companion, Chitraleka, asked her who she had been addressing, and Usha told her everything. Hearing of Usha's dream lover, Chitraleka tried to relieve her friend's distress by drawing pictures of Gandharvas and other celestial personalities, as well as various men in the Vrishni dynasty. Chitraleka asked Usha to pick out the man she had seen in her dreams, and Usha pointed to the picture of Aniruddha. Chitraleka, who had mystic powers, knew at once that the young man her friend had pointed out was Lord Krishna's grandson, Aniruddha. Then, using her mystic powers, Chitraleka flew through the sky to Dwarka, found Aniruddha, and brought him back with her to Shonitapura, Banasura's capital. There she presented him to Usha. Having obtained the man of her desires, Usha began serving him very affectionately within her private quarters, which were supposed to be strictly off limits to men. After some time, the female guards of the inner palace noticed symptoms of sexual activity on Usha's person, and they went to Banasura to inform him. Greatly disturbed, Banasura rushed to his daughter's apartments with many armed guards, and to his great surprise, saw Aniruddha there. As the guards attacked him, Aniruddha took up his club and succeeded in killing a few before the powerful Bana could capture him with his mystic Nagapasha ropes, filling Usha with lamentation. So text 1. Shri Raja Uvacha Vanashatanayang Ushang Upayame Yadutama Tatra Yudhang Abudghorang Hari Sankara Yor Mahat Etat Sarvang Mahayoging Samakyatung Tam Arhasi. Translation. King Parikshit said, the best of us married Bana's daughter, Usha, and between Lord Hari and Lord Shankar. Please explain everything about this incident, O most powerful of mystics. So in this chapter, Aniruddha associates with Usha, the daughter of Banasura, and is imprisoned by him after being brought to Usa by Chitraleka. Aniruddha is grandson. Says summary. In Dwarka, Lord Krishna has 16,108 wives, and in each and every wives, he begat 10 sons each. And then those 10 sons also begat another 10 sons each. So if you're good in math, try to multiply 16,000 times 10 times 10 over what? 1 million? Something? But that is only the sons, not including the daughters. So he got a big family. Next text. Sri Sukha Uvacha Banaputra Satajesto Balir Asin Mahatmana Yena Vamana Rupaya Haraye Daye Medini Tasyo Rasa Sato Bana Shiva Bhakti Rata Shada Manyo Vadanyo Dimamsha Satya Sando Dridhavrata Sunitakye Pure Ramye Sarajam Akarut Pura Tasya Sambho Prasadena Kinkara Ivite Mara Sahasra Bahur Vadyena Tandaveto Sayang Vidam. Boy, this is the longest one sloka. Usually only 4 lines. Okay, translation. Shukadev Goswami said, Bana was the eldest of the 100 sons fathered by the great saint Bali Maharaj, who gave the whole earth in charity to Lord Hari when he appeared as Vamanadev. Banasura, born from Bali's semen, became a great devotee of Lord Shiva. His behavior was always respectable, and he was generous, intelligent, truthful, and firm in his vows. The beautiful city of Sonitapur was under his dominion. Because Lord Shiva had favored him, the very demigods waited on Banasura like menial servants. Once when Shiva was dancing his Tandava Nritya, Bana especially satisfied the Lord by playing a musical accompaniment with his 1,000 arms. So Banasura was the eldest of the 100 sons of the great devotee Bali. So Bali Maharaj is a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. And therefore, they're all in the dynasty of demons. They're all demons. But Bali Maharaj is not a demon because he was favored also by Vamanadev. Vamanadev put his lotus feet, the 3rd step, on the head of Bali Maharaj because he was given 3 steps. And the first step covered the half of the universe, and the second step pierced the covering of the universe where Ganga started to flow from the spiritual sky. And the 3rd step, there's nowhere else to put except Bali Maharaj says, I was defeated. I was a failure. Now there's no more 3rd step. So you may put your lotus feet on my head. So he became favored in that way, Bali Maharaj. So, but the descendants or the sons of Bali Maharaj, there also are the demons. So they're all, it says, the unavoidable result of bad association. Bana was not a devotee, and because associated by sinful persons who hated the Lord. So it says here, the offense could not be destroyed even by worshiping Shiva, the great devotee of the Lord, endowed with the wealth of the earth. Till when Lord Shiva was dancing then with his 1,000 hands or arms, yes. I started to play a musical instrument. Even though he was not dancing because of the playing of the instruments by Banasura, he was dancing to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shiva. So Banasura has this, being a demoniac by nature, he has this competitive nature. He wanted to be the same level of Lord Shiva. So he was able to play instruments very nicely, skillfully. And somehow or other, Lord Shiva became compassionate. And with his dancing also, because his dancing was filled with devotion for the Supreme Lord, he gave a favor. Banasura became also pleased by the dance, and he asked Lord Shiva to protect his city. Text 3. The Lord and Master of all created beings, the compassionate refuge of his devotees. Okay, read the Sanskrit. Bhagavan Sarva Bhutesha Saranya Bhaktavatsala Varena Chandayam Asha Satang Babre Puradipam. The Lord and Master of all created beings, the compassionate refuge of his devotees, gladdened Banasura by offering him the benediction of his choice. Bana chose to have him, Lord Shiva, as the guardian of his city. So why is it that Lord Shiva accepted such a sinful person, Banasura? Because this is the nature of Lord Shiva, because of his compassionate nature, is all auspicious. And another name of Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. Ashutosh means one who is easily pleased. That even those who are in the mode of ignorance, when they worship Lord Shiva will favor them. The followers of Lord Shiva usually are in the mode of ignorance, living in crematoriums, hobgoblins, those who are like iffy creatures. Iffy means you are very much afraid to be with them because they are so much scary. Hobgoblins, ghosts. I'm sure ghosts were afraid of them, right? We will run away if we see a ghost. But no, Lord Shiva will favor them. Lord Shiva is a guna avatar. He is the predominating deity in the mode of ignorance. But he is not in ignorance. He is transcendental. He is, in a sense, compared to a yogurt. Lord Krishna is compared to milk, and Lord Shiva is compared to yogurt. Yogurt came from milk, but yogurt you cannot return, put it back to milk. And there is a deity again in Navadvip, Harihar, in Harihar Kshetra, that half Lord Shiva and half Lord Vishnu. Meaning that they're non-different. They're non-different. Says here, the faults of the sinful person sometimes are destroyed by a relationship with him. So when Shiva was absorbed in the Lord while dancing, his mercy arose because of Bana's music. That is explained in this verse. He asked Bana to choose a gift, a benediction. And he chose to have Shiva as the protector of his city. Just see. He wants Lord Shiva to be his servant. Very impudent, very arrogant. Like, getting a benediction from the Lord, and you ask the Lord to be your servant. Shiva was full of powers. He's described as the Guna avatar. He was the master of all jivas, Sarva Bhutesha. He was worthy of taking shelter because he was affectionate to devotees. Another name for Lord Shiva is Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. He is the topmost Vaishnava. Why? Because always meditating, is always remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shankarshan. And it's always chanting the name of Lord Shankarshan. Another feature of Lord Krishna, Shankarshan means Balaram. Yeah, Shankarshan. So, yes, he was a master. He fulfilled Bana's wish. Shiva was full of mercy, Bhagavan. Bhagavan means one who is full in 6 opulences. Thus, he was the protector of all jivas whose nature is to suffer according to individual qualities. He was the protector of the surrendered and affectionate to the devotees. These were successively greater causes of fulfilling Bana's desire. Text 4. Sa ikadaha girisang parsbastang birya durmada kirite narkavarnina samsprisang stat padang bujam. Banasura was intoxicated with his strength. One day when Lord Shiva was standing beside him, Banasura touched the Lord's lotus feet with his helmet, which shone like the sun, and spoke to him as follows. This is the nature of demoniac personalities. They're very proud. They're intoxicated by their position. They think that no one can be greater than them or be equal with them. That is the opposite of being humble, being proud. That is their nature. They're always envious. They're always jealous. No good qualities at all. So Lord Shiva was by his side because he's continually stayed with Bana in his city as its protector. That was the boon that was given to Banasura as any boon. So Banasura says, yes, I want you to be my chokidar. Chokidar means security guard. Like in India, we call our security guards chokidar. And they sleep all the time. Every time you go and see them, they're sleeping. We pay them to sleep. Hare Krishna. They're good though. So, in Haribamsai describes his thoughts with his minister. Instead of Parshvastam, sometimes Parshvata is seen. He was intoxicated with his strength. Where does he get his strength from? From Lord Shiva, of course. That is his master. Yeah. It's like when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad Maharaj, where do you get your strength from? You're not fearful of me. It's the same. Where you get your strength from and my strength from the same source. And everyone's strength is coming from the same source, Lord Krishna. So Shiva thought of giving him a benediction suitable to his evil nature when he was about to ask for a favor. And so he obtained, Banasura obtained great wealth, such as his gold crown. And he was intoxicated with that wealth. This is the nature of a materialistic person. He thinks that he's surrounded by his aristocratic family, and with his wealth and opulence, he can even save him from any dangers. So somehow Bana touched Lord Shiva's feet. But with devotion. That devotion is not in the mode of goodness. That devotion is in the mode of Raja and Tamas, passions. Text 5. Namasye Tang Mahadeva Lokanang Guru Isvarang Pungsang Apurna Kamanang Kama Puramang Gripam Puramarang Gripam. Vanasura said, "Oh Lord Mahadev, I bow down to you, the spiritual master and controller of the worlds." It's like Hiranyakashipu when he was rescued and revived by Lord Brahma. Hiranyakashipu also immediately offered obeisances to Lord Brahma. You are my dear Lord. And because you are my dear Lord, so please give me a benediction. So his offering obeisances or devotion to Lord Brahma is not in the mode of goodness or pure goodness. It's more in the mode of passion and ignorance because he wanted to be immortal. He wanted to be no death. That's not possible, Lord Brahma says. So, when he offered his obeisances, Banasura to Lord Shiva, he was as if saying, I offer my respectful obeisances to you who is like a desire tree, Kalpabriksha tree, which fulfills all desires. So yes, the goal of his offering respect is stated. He can fulfill the desires of all men. Therefore, you should fulfill also my desires. And his desire is, again, in the mode of passion and mode of ignorance. It's like a person going to see the king, and person, when he approached the king, and the king says, whatever you desire, I will fulfill. Ask me any benediction. And person says, oh, I just want a fountain of ashes. Says, you fool, I can give you the whole entire kingdom. Why are you asking only the few fountainful of ashes? The same with Bali Maharaj. He was thinking, oh, just young Vamana, dwarf incarnation of the Lord, is only asking 3 steps of land. What kind of space that can be occupied with 3 space or 3 steps of Vamanadev, who is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, dwarf incarnation. Not much, isn't it? But he doesn't know that he was favored by Lord Vamana because of Prahlad Maharaj. Now, text 6. Do sahasrang tvaya dhatang parang baraya me babat trilokyang pratiyodharam labha na labhe twadrite samam. This 1,000 arms you bestowed upon me have become merely a heavy burden. Besides you, I find no one in the 3 worlds worthy to fight. Purport. According to the Acharyas, Banasura's subtle implication here is this. And so, when I have defeated you, he was addressing to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, my world conquest will be complete and my desire for battle satisfied. Just imagine that. After giving a boon to Vanasura, he was ready to use that boon to kill his master. It's like you're feeding the dog and the dog will bite you. So what kind of dog is that? Not a submissive dog. That is in the material platform. Those, many times like that happens. you will hire a maid or hire a servant, and then it is a servant who will steal from the master. You feed him nicely, you give him everything, but then a little bit of negligence from the master. Let's say the master will go away for some war or holidays, and when he comes back, the whole house is empty. Isn't it? The servants themselves, or you make it's like even in let's say in the police, there was what you call ninja cop. They will steal. They will steal instead of to protect and serve the community. They're the ones who will they'll go to like one suspect's house, and then they started to steal many things. Mentality, demoniac mentality. So now he was thinking that, well, I have to use my skills. I have to use my strength. Banasura has 1,000 hands. So I think you're the perfect person, Lord Shiva. You're my Lord, but I can defeat you with these 1,000 hands. What a mentality, huh? Then after defeating you, I will become famous as the conqueror of all directions. So he reveals his pride with indirect speaking in these two verses from 5th and 6th. So your benediction is only a burden because I cannot use it. Who can I fight? I think you're the only one who can I fight. Therefore, you are my equal. But I should not fight with you. My arms are a burden since they have no use. He was very proud. He was so assured of his position. This is demonic nature. A devotee will never, ever think that he can be equal with his spiritual master, disciple. He will always be like a fool in front of his spiritual master. Even though, let's say, he knows more than his spiritual master, he would still consider himself to be like a fool. He will not act, and he will not pose himself that, Guru Maharaj, I know better than you. Okay. All right. Are there any questions from our Zoom audience? Okay, let me see. We can't count daughters. Women are too valuable to be assigned numbers. Ah, yes. Krishna is unlimited. Okay, there's 16,108,000 sons or grandsons of Lord Krishna. And we cannot even maintain one son these days. We are scratching our head. Oh no, how can I feed my family? I have to work 16 hours a day to find something, food for and shelter and accommodation and everything. You know how much it'll cost for one son or a child to raise and to go to university? At least $500,000. At least $500,000. And then after that, the child will not have any job. He will be driving taxi in New York City. This is the story of this world. Okay, any other point here? No daughters, only sons? Yeah, there's a lot of daughters, but we're not having any information. Maybe in one of the Puranas, but not in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Adi Prabhu, you have any question? Turn around. Okay, where are you?
Okay, Hare Krishna. Can you hear us okay? Hello?
Haribo.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is an interesting scenario. A person approaching a superior, offering some pleasing service, and then asking a benediction. And the term is Purvapaksha.
Mhm.
Prabhupada would always say, on the other hand, the devotee of Krishna, like the gopis or like our spiritual master, they're happy to serve a superior only for the pleasure of the guru and the pleasure of Krishna, without action. So this is a perverted reflection, normal, ideal situation. Offering service, wanting something selfish, and it parallels what it's like to be a devotee. It parallels what it's like to be a servant of Krishna, but it's backwards, and it doesn't benefit the devotee. It doesn't please Krishna, and it's basically just a path to hell. So we aspire to follow Mahajanayana. Yeah, we want to follow in the footsteps of the great soul. We want to please the Lord with what we do. And it starts by hearing what not to do, and then understanding what to do, and then desiring like that, Lord, how can I serve you? And everything good will come from that. Anyway, just a small comment. Regards to Shil Prabhupada.
Okay, any more, 2 more minutes? Any more questions from our Zoom
Maharaj,
audience?
Maharaj, a question. If we want to follow Srila Prabhupada sincerely, and then there's another devotee who is also trying to follow Srila Prabhupada sincerely, and there is a disagreement, how do we understand if we are following Srila Prabhupada properly?
How do we know? Well, we can know if somehow the instruction that Srila Prabhupada has told us, if you follow 100%, then he is pleased, the guru is pleased, devotees are pleased. Even in the spiritual world, there is some left wing and right wing, Radharani and Chandravali, but they all wanted to please Krishna. Even in the GBCs, our ultimate managing authorities, they have some discussion how to serve Krishna the best. So they will weigh who can give a suggestion the closest of how Srila Prabhupada will want it to be. When I was temple president in Toronto, I was just like very immature. I don't know what to do. So I was always thinking, what will be the please Srila Prabhupada? Will this please the devotees? Or is only my own mental concoction that I think it should be done like this? So we have to base our decision how to please the Supreme Lord's devotees, Srila Prabhupada. Well, we have 3 bases, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So we have to base from that. And whoever can give the best solution, everyone will work cooperatively that, yes, we will go to that direction. This is how the GBC, who are the representatives of Srila Prabhupada. The GBC means representatives of Srila Prabhupada. So they act in such a way for the benefit of everyone, not just for one's own benefit. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's perfect. We meditate on Prabhupada and we cooperate. Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah. Unity in diversity. That's the whole thing. So thank you. Bhakti
Thank you,
Center,
Maharaj.
keep going. Hare Krishna. Dandavats. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you. Dandavat.
So they can see Dosha.
Okay.
Adipurusha Prabhu, please put us on the donation box if you can. Okay, any takeaways, dear Prabhus and Prabhujinis? I see Prashant Prabhu, he looks very uplifted. Yeah, there. Now he looks uplifted. Good. Thank you, Prashant. Okay. Yeah, when a devotee like this comes and gives class, we should take advantage and listen to every word.
Mhm. Where is it? I don't know. I can't find it now. Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, we can see it, Marge. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Hmm.
Jai Shri Srirada Muladhar, Shri Chanda Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. All the devotees out there, Ki Jai. Jeff Reckler is traveling, let's all bless him. For nice driving and chanting. Will you be attending class? Yes, good. See, Jeffrey Eckler is unsinkable, unshakable, unwavering. Thank you, Jeffrey Eckler. Thank you. We love you. We love everyone in this call. We invite you to come again tomorrow. Do not disappear. It costs nothing, but the gain is tremendous. All right.